rather than sticking to these negative emotions, I can easily let go of them. I was thinking about him. That is why he called me. I don't know how this is happening so much, and I don't know what is happening. So there is definitely some magic happening, and I would love you to experience this magic also. Came across Hooponopono almost a year ago, and it was on YouTube, and I accidentally discovered that you can, do these 4 phrases of "I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you," and then not knowing the science behind it or anything about it, I just started doing it. As my interest started growing, I could see that I started reading more books and gaining more knowledge about it, and knowing about other various tools of Ho'oponopono and other advanced methods. And basically, I went into the black hole of understanding Ho'oponopono healing. And for me personally, it took a little while to get some results. Why was that? Because I needed to do more cleaning, because my vessel was not cleaned. Because I saw one of my friends whom we did Ho'oponopono for, whom I used to do Ho'oponopono for, and he had instant results in his life. Like he loves plants, so one of his plants was almost dying, like 5% life left. And suddenly, when he was telling me this on phone, I immediately did conversation Ho'oponopono, because I had recently officially joined and became a official healer. I'm a certified Ho'oponopono and EFT healer, and so I had a craze for it. And on the phone, I did conversation Ho'oponopono for the small plant, and I completely forgot about it. 2 or 3 weeks later, we were talking on phone, and he said that that plant has grown till this height, and I was like, "Wow, really? Show me the picture." And then he did show me the picture, and even I was amazed. Like I had completely forgotten that. That is one of the very sweetest things that he told me. And one of the other things was also that he cleared an exam. So I would do Ho'oponopono for him, with him, in my webinars. So I conduct free healing sessions, healing webinars, and it is actually a 5-day free program of a 30-day paid challenge. And as a gift, the first 5 days are free for people who are interested in joining in when they experience, and they can continue into my paid program as well. So I have paid group healing sessions, and I also do one-on-one private paid healing session. Private healing session for one-on-one is a little costlier, but I prefer doing group healing. There are certain reasons why I prefer doing group healing, because it's more like a classroom teaching type of experience, and we have a lot of people there interacting, and even I love doing that personally. So with group healing sessions, I do conduct them. So if you want to, if you are interested in these healing sessions, you can join in whenever I conduct these sessions. I sent a link either in my YouTube post, or you can follow me on my Instagram handle, which is Dr. Misha Malhi, sometimes there, and also on my Facebook page. And I have other links. I'll add them in my description box below. You can go in and opt in the community, so that whenever I do conduct these free sessions, you can hop in there and experience that free healings at least. I love serving people, and that is my intention behind it. And definitely, what I have also discovered, the fact is, only when you do healing for 1 day or 2 day, it doesn't give you effect. So you have to do it a little bit regularly to actually see the effects. And I've been surprised. I have had effects of my own. I cannot believe that personally, internally, I have felt this change. That in January, I was very emotional, and I used to feel a lot of emotions. And once my psychologist also told me that, you feel so many emotions that you make a soup out of it and you drink it. At that moment, I did not realize it, but now that I've evolved as a person internally so much now, I can tell you that yes, definitely, me in January 2025 was a completely different person. I had completely different circumstances around my life and how I was experiencing things. But today, as a person, I still have those same circumstances around me, but internally, I am so resilient. I have become so resilient. I have become, rather than sticking to these negative emotions, I can easily let go of them and experience what I want to experience. I can choose. I'm telling you, you can choose the emotions you want to feel. You don't have to be a slave or a victim to your cycles or your patterns or your emotions. That is the beauty of Ho'oponopono. For me, that is the one of the biggest personal changes I have felt in practicing Ho'oponopono in this time period of frame as an official healer. One of the other things is amazing thing that happens is, I don't know. Sometimes I think about somebody, someone from my life, my friend or family member or anything, and they suddenly call me. Like yesterday, this happened with me yesterday, and there was we were doing some I was watching some content, and then they were making us do some exercise. So I was a part of that. What do you call it? Session basically. And I thought of somebody, and then suddenly I was like, oh yeah, yeah, the name sounds similar. So somebody called somebody by the name, and I was like, oh yeah, even I have that person in my life as a friend. And like, you cannot imagine, that session ended, and after 5 or 10 minutes, not even more than 10 minutes, that person called me. And I was like, wow, really? And he's sitting internationally, out of the blue, he called me. And I was like, oh. And then we spoke for some time. And then afterwards, when he hung up the phone, I realized, you know, I was thinking about him. That is why he called me. I don't know how this is happening so much. I'm able to find parking spots effortlessly wherever I go. Like, there's always a nice parking spot for me. And I don't know what is happening. So there is definitely some magic happening. And I would love you to experience this magic also. So yeah, that is one of the few small magical experiences that I'm having in everyday life. In other ways, when I use hooponopono in my daily uses, when I'm doing patients. So as you all know, I am a postgraduate resident in prosthodontics. It is a specialization of dentistry, and I'm a second year in right now. So when we do patients, I'm a dentist, okay? And when we do patients, sometimes it is difficult. The procedure is difficult. Sometimes, even if you know the procedure, sometimes it gets stuck somewhere. So I start simply do chanting of basic Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And I don't know what happens. That thing that was stuck, it suddenly shifts. I mean, like, the whole process goes smoothly in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Max to max, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to do that procedure, and it's done. And I get so amazed. Like, I'm like, how did this happen? It wouldn't have happened otherwise. I would have been stuck doing it for half an hour or 1 hour. Maybe I would have to call somebody else to help me out also. That also happens. But it just never happened. I do this basic chanting, and all the blockages, all the negative emotions, and everything clears out. My aura clears out, and the patient aura clears out, and that thing just happens smoothly. That is one of the amazing experiences I've had while doing Ho'oponopono on my regular basis. Another success story of my student is that he was having fever, and the day prior, on the day on the night, I was having my free healing group session, and I had asked him to join in. He said, I cannot join in, but I suggested that please join in. You don't have to participate, just be there for the group healing. And he was there, and before going, we did group healing for him. And next day morning, he was having fever at 9, at the rate of 9. From 0 to 10, I asked the intensity of what is the pain that you're feeling or emotion that you're feeling. So he was saying it's very, very high. And next day morning, we did group healing for that person. And next day morning, I texted him. I'm like, how are you feeling? And you know what he replied? He said, I ran 1.5 kilometers. I did not check if I have fever or not, but I think it is gone. And when I read that text message, I was like, oh my god, obviously it is not there. The group healing worked for him. You have fever at such a high intensity at night, and next day morning, I wake up very early, like around 6. I texted him around 6. He had already run 1.5 kilometers, and he's sitting nicely, and he's texting me, I think it is gone. Maybe 6 hours, 7 hours, I don't know, maybe max to max 8 hours, and in that time his fever had gone to 0. Like, he had no fever, and I was amazed by this result. I was like, oh my god, after the group healing session, he had 0 fever. He was completely fine, completely well. The next day morning, he ran 1.5 kilometers, a marathon or whatever, and I was shocked. I was amazed, and I was happy. He did not realize it at that moment. When I did tell him, this is what you told me, and he also realized, oh wow, this actually works. Ho'oponopono actually works. So last thing I would like to tell you guys is I do conduct free healing sessions and webinars, and whenever I do conduct them, I send a link in either my YouTube post or on my free community page. It's by the name of Free Energy Healing. All those links of the Facebook page and the Instagram ID and the Telegram community will be posted in my description, so that it is easier for you guys to find me. And I will also share my email ID also. I would love for you guys to join these free healing sessions whenever I do. And for 5 days, it is free. Actually, it is a part of a 30 days challenge. So the first 5 days are free, but it is free. So it is a gift from me to you to experience this free healing. Let me tell you that the 5 days are not enough, but when you do experience those, that there is magic in actually what I'm doing. You can hop into the paid program and experience real magic. So that is what I wanted to tell you. My intention for this is service. Definitely, my primary intention for this is service. I love helping people, and I love the blessings that you guys give me when you tell me that you achieved some result in your life, and this magic happened in your life. I feel so happy just by listening to those blessings. So that is my intention. I hope you understand. Thank you so much for watching my video. You can subscribe if you like my content. Thank you so much. Bye.